Former National Service Authority boss Osei Assibey Antwi granted 800 million bail with 6 sureties to be justified with landed property. There's something I saw today. Akwawe, omde call court no. Na police for dinichi. Na ye jano. Na young handcuff no. Na kwasia way police didn't left, didn't right. Na usher no into a car and say na ewiwe. How different is this guy from Abronye? Akwawe ochen Black Maria na. Akwawe ochre se yede handcuffs begu ne nsa epia na sheka mu ana. Na yete Ghana so ewifuo so kwase apanyiwe e de nipa bebre sika. Nipa bebre we wia nipa sika ne nam Ghana ewiwe. Kwase apanyiwe ende otibebi ka kire ya papa no so ma mobra ewiwe national service sika ena we wia de abobra ende ya kye no. Na yanya police for didi nechi ono ne nsa hye de botom. Ye chi obi a na ye mwankofo hye Black Maria mu na we one Abronye difference be no ejimi fo mu nyina free party ba akum ewifo miedu na ye soso ejimi fo so na akwa we koba na police for guard no na Black Maria ni si wo petrogumu ye den we oye hardened criminal sika sa akwasi ampanyi we wia no apin for be 20,000 wo Ghana ankasa sika no ye de ye hospital ankobu kwasi we does not need any better treatment. This guy, they need to bundle him and throw him in a trash car and take him to jail. Sakwasi ampenyiwe, he does not. And I mean, when I be bukrampo fu, obitu ko wia board na police for the be ekutekuteri mu twetwe na say wako wia Ghana gold nyina yeti krom ha. Obitu ko wia phone na Ghana police omo de ahoma so di pan kon na omo twe na se na omo hye kwasi ampenyiwe wia billions. Kwasi we are billions of dollars. Billions. Na Jimmy way police dinechi. Na wafaha na police in session in bottom. Na yase onko tena car we mu na kronfo we. Obi ko wia body a police for mu obi wia body a as mo share arm robber. Na mu tata mu na mu pian mu na mu wo mokoti. Na we ewi ben na wo malata we oche akwa we. Ewi ben ena wokajetia ochan akwawe. Ewi ben na nenam Ghana krom ha omo chan sa akwawe. Ewi ben na wo Ghana ochan akwawe. Since say ya chichire Ghana, ewi ben na chan akwawe on record right now as we speak. This guy is the greatest thief in the history of Ghana. Ono, Gifty, Edubuahin. These are the greatest thieves. So we are treating greatest thieves with soft gloves to say, omo ye nipa bi. This is not a guy where or say a blindfolding no. You didn't record and you fold in the now we tear the court or we are near one of the we are not even supposed to let him know where he's going. Way more. He needs to be blindfolded. Yet a chin the knee. Now you could tell him when you didn't record or do call Naja in the bar and send you in him. Now I can say we are near Saka telling him, in the court. Why are we allowing these people? These are dangerous people, my dear Bonnie. These are people who have committed crazy crimes. Since Ghana be Ghana, one area sikache akwawe only give to your worry. Give to your worry. Why is a Pentecost for teacup? Give to your worry. Why is a Pentecost for teacup? There 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 owner anofiano. Why is a Pentecost for mko camper? Sa teacup from digi koko anopano. Give to your worry. Why is a Pentecost for teacup? Kwasi abawe. Na yetete Ghana so son kwasi asam so adanya we mo na ye treating of into obi wo hona say ono so bokro no a ohun we say a big deal. So Bisu Bokronoa, or the way you are treating him, there's nothing about it. A bit mama ni crash and say, why am I on the issue of Brazil? I've been to Brazil before. I've been to Brazil like twice. You see the favelas. Oh, the Mako, 132. We know the the president no tesono. Sir, president no tesono. Omuhun is too liberal. Or too soft. Now, sir, baby, a ball. In conformity to no, sir, Kagana Komka said, do a mayor and I say member of a MP or no, or you're crazy. He wants to prove to a yet on any part of the power and say they don't joke. It's ono on do ayomo. Favelas no more hono, Uncle Brazil da on tiasie. It is a whole country on its own. That I'm on TikTok no. when I went to Brazil, and I'm a TSA, when you see those favelas there, a whole country on its own. Every single thing you need, you get it there. But I know the country security realized that if they allow it to go on, a time will come, the military, the police, they cannot stop them. So at a point in the nation sends a message. You see the way they killed all those people. It is not right, but I know what they are doing. They are putting fear in the young ones who are part of those small groups. Now, you're lining around your bomu to 130. We a young man with 12 years, 7 years. Now, that image will ring in your head for years. If you want to get into something illegal, you will think twice. That is why street and commitment is one time, but there's a reason. They want to leave something in the heads. They want to leave a mark. They want the young people who were thinking of being part of such groups, they are now going to think twice. This is how you end up. And you see, the message they left by leaving those people on the street like that for a day, for days, it is sending a message. And that message has been sent. That message, it has been sent. Into an Arabia or what area where now or you're affiliated to a gang. Obi onyani 3D or a young man he's going to live the rest of his life in the favelas. Every time that thing blinks, a man is cautious what he's getting himself into. So Okototua, he's thinking twice. That is what they do. And that is security. They are talking to them. 4 or something police officers died. About 2,500 military and police went in there to open fire. Did you hear the exchange? The people were prepared. It is not a small place. And sometimes people like this, you use them. Let the people, the young people know. Or somebody need to set the example. Some people are supposed to be used as an example to send a message. Where near body don't come then na kotena court ye biere ni a oni judge kasawia ni achichiri ni na cameras are picking no ni pie na hweka mu akwara bi hwe oye adwuma wo public office or your minister or your MP panyi bi or who say hey man hwe ya the next year say the be me. That's the message you send. Na kwasia we nsa hwe the bottom Jimmy we na police likuta to no guard no please sit in the car. Obi a politician or a cromfoa, you are encouraging them because they believe they are first-class citizens. Into whatever they are doing, they will keep doing that nonsense. That is what we don't know. And and that's the one thing that we are missing as a nation. And it's na boni bi wona ekoswa. To me koswa na obusa say na de no bi ensu anyansem frim because we didn't leave anything in the heads of the young ones. We did not leave any mark. You see right now, nobody in Ghana will forget Ekufuado because of the effort trauma bim. Yanya generation, nobody will forget the danger Ekufuado put us through. For 8 years, Ghanaians felt they were slaves. The pain. Some people were sidelined. The tribal had their difference. The way some group of people in Ghana were suppressed. The rate at which state security was being used as rebels. Nobody's going to forget. And that is what every time we are Ghana ni bia beti MPP because we don't want to go back there. It does not matter who leads the NPP. The people in there can take us back to 2020 where they shot people to win power. These are the same people. The same Baobia, the same Kennedy, the same Brian, the same country, the same Communist Japan. These people never spoke against the murdering of Ghanaians, innocent Ghanaians during elections. So it means the probability of them doing it again, it is 1,000%. Into any time I bet Ghana, over the MPP, now we must show it is a trauma. And that is the thing Ekufuado left in our heart. Ekufuado left something whereby you politician be also are dangerous. That is why today it is difficult for Ghanaians to even believe the good things this government is doing. Because for 8 years, serious trauma, Nana Danko Ekufuado, he put us through something that we had never seen before. Brian Champon led thugs. They went to Ayawaso, they shot Ghanaians. We are talking about Baumia being the head of the Security Council. They went into an election. They opened fire on Ghanaians. 8 people were shot. Kennedy Japan sat on TV, put somebody's son on TV, that person was taken out. We are talking about people with tendencies of ending lives of people through any means. Because if you don't take care and you hand over power to the MPP, the probability is there. The probability of us going through the cycle Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo put us through, it's 1,000%. Because these are the same people telling us that they need Delta Force back. What do they need Delta Force for? They need Delta Force back to do that same thing they did. Inti, sa trauma ne Akufo-Addo die kom no. Sa we Ghana ni a wadwini ye adwuma pa, OTMPP also yem show. Your mind needs to go back quickly. He has let something in our head that is tormenting us. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, they are doing everything to psych us. Right now, this government has become like a rehab. The government is doing its best to bring us back to who we were, to start to think as Ghanaians, to start to believe in the system. John Mahama and the NDC, their governance style is like a rehab. We are there. We are trying to believe system again. We are trying to be Ghanaians again. We are trying to be patriotic again. We are trying to believe a leadership. Because it is not easy. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo took everything from us. The NPP took everything from us. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, look at the nonsense Samira was doing when she was second lady. Obunko for Dangu Accra. A mere second lady with no resume. Obunko for Dangu, midnight, Obu Dangu, all because Nikunu a vice president. This is a trauma people have gone through. And don't think, say, these things, they just leave easily. They don't. These are things that stays with us. The same way, into people like this, we are not supposed to treat them the way we are treating them, especially when we tell the people we want to reset. When we want to reset, you sometimes need to be radical. You get it? We have to be radical to be able to reset a nation. Because you see, if you don't use that kind of thing sometimes, you will still be doing the same thing that the people are used to. Now, my mentor Adebi. Thank you, Mr. S. Let me read this to you. The reason why we need to leave a message that the young ones will not forget. You see this? When you read, Ghana effectively stopped using firing squad execution in the early 1990s, though the last widely known execution by firing squad occurred in 1979 under the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council. That is led by J.J. Rawlings. Now, historical context. In June 1979, 8 senior military officers, including former heads of state, were executed by firing squad for corruption and abuse of office. The practice continued sporadically into early 1980. The practice continued sporadically into the early 1980s. But no execution have been carried out in Ghana since 1993, despite the death penalty remaining on the books. It is a study during the coups, time a CSN firing squad you saw it was very difficult for some people to do some things the way they used to do. It is something that they left. It is something that told us that we are not supposed to go back there again. It is a study your history. I will do this pointer. Ghanaians don't want to find themselves in a place they be a more margin. And when J.J. Rawlings moved Ghana from a military state into a democratic state, it was still difficult for us to believe it. It took us some time to believe, say, okay, J.J. Rawlings, no a military leader. Sesiano was democratically 1992. Yantuaba still not difficult for us. Why? Because something was left. Kotoka, Frifa, all those schools that came, and a champon, ABC Rawlings, it was still in the heads of people. So even in 1992, when we became a democratic state, we were still scared because there was something we have gone through. It when Rawlings came in 1992 and started making sure democracy basically takes over. It took us some time to get used to democracy. Now those people who were sitting on the sidelines, Omudi Rawlings attempt ask them, say, can you democracy and can you then win elections in Ghana? If those people who were making noise say J.J. Rawlings, no a military leader, then J.J. Rawlings edit democracy ba, na then Akufo etumi be the president. If it wasn't because of democracy and Akufo any MPP, you would have never gotten power. but it was because of democracy. So you see those people who always chastise J.J. Rawlings, who are always talking about, 1979 coup, 1960, those people, at the end of the day, it was through that and the Obubenya president D. So when Kofo gets the opportunity, when the NPP people get the opportunity, and they start to talk about 1979, it is through the experience we had. And it's when J.J. Rawlings was speaking at the rally, or say, we need to make sure our experience in the past, it should encourage us to protect what we have today. It is out here the statement where he was telling you what we have gone through before. It should always send a message to us and protect our current democracy. The democracy we are enjoying, it is not just on a silver platter. It did not just come. It was something we did. We had to fight for it. We had to go through hell. And we always have to make that guide us into this democracy needs to be protected. And into the Kufuor and the MPP forum, they came and they wanted to take us back there. We had to come together in 2024 to vote them out because something in the back of our heads, something that we recorded in history, it was guiding us to understand that we cannot allow a Kufuor and the MPP turn our democracy into a tyranny, kill us, and make it look like democracy.
What?